Sure.
Hey, welcome to it. Feel Good Friday. Billy Merritt in the house with me. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man.
Hey, you playing cards today?
Man, it makes me feel good. You know what makes me feel good?
Friday?
Oktoberfest and poker.
That's good stuff right there. Well, those are two really good things
Yeah.
there. So are we playing poker today? Is that what we're doing?
No, man, it's Feel Good Friday, but we might play a little poker.
Okay. I'm gonna play with Smith's money. So really low stakes. Really low stakes.
How dare you?
By the way, that's a really nice shirt you got on.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm just saying, it's a really
Appreciate
nice
that.
shirt. Now, I mean, I have a different hat on. Still have to support my Chicago team. My Chicago Bears, by the way, they lost, but still in second place. We're still in the playoff hunt, so that's a good thing. But let's talk about some of the things that are going on now. The election. We don't really want to dive into that, a huge amount.
Done with that.
Yeah. But, we wanted to kind of bring up the point that a lot of people thought, oh my gosh, if Trump wins, it's just going to be, a nightmare. And other people thought if Joe Biden wins, it's going to be a nightmare. And did it really make that much of an impact either way, really?
No, not at all.
I mean, life goes on.
Life goes on. It will change it will affect the way we pay taxes, and it could affect, you know what? Looks like Biden's going to win now. If it could very possibly affect, a lot of people's health care in a positive way. It's going to definitely affect my taxes in a negative way, but I'm a big boy. I'll figure it out.
That's right. Oh, by the way, you're supposed to have that product placement, somewhere here where we can actually see it. I guess that's what we're supposed to be doing. Digi Ninja. There we go.
Yeah. Jeremy will let us know if we don't get that right.
Can we spin it around so that there we go. So that's right there. So now that we have the product placement, so we're getting closer to Thanksgiving. Are you guys going out of town? Or are you staying in town?
We're going to stay in town. We're going to shelter in place. Okay.
So there's been a lot of talk about, about COVID, I
got tested for COVID.
Yeah. Well, you have a couple family members, that got it. I mean, and here's the thing, it affects people so differently that
Yes.
that we don't want to just write it off like it's no big deal. But at the same time, we don't want to make it sound like, oh my gosh, if you get it, what'd you do?
See those 4 aces?
4 aces?
I'm sorry, 4 kings.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at, but I see
Lord
4
have
kings.
Glad
It's a good thing Jeremy didn't open that for you.
No. So
did you need somebody to open that for you?
what I want you to do.
I know you said you were a big boy. So.
Senate won't let tax bill get. I hope so. Carson Henry. I'm not going into politics.
That's right. Sorry, Henry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, we'll just.
All right. You remember the 4 aces?
We're good. We're good.
The 4 aces. You see them.
The 4 kings.
4 kings.
Man, I tell you, the 4 kings.
4 kings.
Yes.
Split the deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna put one there. Put it back.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the whole. Split it again somewhere. You didn't know you were magic, did you?
Yeah.
All right,
Sure, I did. Just ask my mom.
Put it back. Put the last one on top.
Okay.
All right. You saw the 4 aces?
Yep. 4
Okay.
kings.
4 kings.
Even though I keep saying 4 aces.
Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the top card over and show it to the camera there.
The top card?
Yep, the top card.
That'll be tough.
All right. The next one. Oh. Watch out.
Oh,
what happened?
so close and yet so far.
It was the next one though.
Yeah. So wait, hang on one second. So these were what we were looking for.
Yeah.
The 4 aces.
3 out of 4 ain't bad, is it?
That's really not. 3 out of 4 is not bad at all.
Sorry.
Sean, can you turn my headphones up just a little bit?
Mine's loud. Don't turn mine up.
Mine are a little low here. So I actually have I have a really, really big announcement.
Oh, really?
Okay. Now I told you this a couple weeks ago.
Are you pregnant?
And I know.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
That whole thing. But I told you this a couple weeks ago, and I asked you to not say anything.
I'm so glad you're going to say this. I know what's coming.
And and well, because again, I wanted to, kind of wanted to get a few things done, tell a few other people, things like that, before I just kind of threw it out there. But
this is a really big deal. You want to pay attention to this. I'm very excited that you're going to put this out there in the public.
It's a really big deal. Now a lot of people, they have that kind of the American dream, of being a homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now there are people who actually, have homes, but yet they're still paying mortgages.
Yes.
So ladies and gentlemen, I am a home owner. I own my home now. Made that last payment, and I own my home.
You paid it off.
That's right. I don't owe the bank anything. That is my house now. So,
Free and clear.
yeah, so I can actually like walk in and go, "This is my house," not the bank's.
That's
Get out
amazing.
of my house.
That is amazing.
Clean up my house. Oh, sorry, I was lost there. I was getting a little power thing going on there, but no, it's a really big deal. I mean, it is. It's a really big deal to me, and what most people strive for, as part of the American dream, is making sure that their financial freedom, is in place.
It's
that's
real, man.
One step.
It's
step in
real.
the right direction.
It's so real. And you're such a person, man. You've got your commitment level is unmatched. Your responsibility level is unmatched. Your mom's saying she's proud of you right there. I guess you already told her.
Yep.
Okay, good. It really is. It's unmatched. So, well deserved, brother. Well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Deserved.
Thank you very much.
Super proud of you. And I'm glad that you did that while you were working here, and see, financial freedom is real, now it's not about the money. It's about the freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't have to worry, man. If the president and the Senate affects the economy negatively, you know what you can do?
What?
You can go to the house.
I can go to my house.
You go to your house, prop your feet up, and we can
play cards and
we can play cards with no stress.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, it's a huge weight. Think about it. That's why people, when they have a lot of those financial struggles, they're always like, I'm always going to have a car payment. I'm always going to have a rent/mortgage payment, whichever it may be, so to be able to just kind of get that, off your shoulders, it's a huge deal. So I am very happy about it. I'm very proud of myself, to be honest. It took a while, but so it made it happen. So, and by the way, we have a lot of people who work for our company here at Billy Merritt Marketing that we're extremely proud of. They've been learning. We have a lot of young people that work for us. So we've been trying to kind of help them and give them the right information, share the good information, the right information, take out the bad, put in the good, stuff like that. And look, people struggle with it every day, having that good information. That's why, Feel Good Friday, where, we want to do this show. We're like, we talk about, you have the Monday morning money show, very important. The Digi Ninja Sales Academy. By the way, Smith, he's writing notes. He's just writing notes. And that's what he should be doing. Proud of Smith too, by the way.
Absolutely.
He's been doing a great job. Tuesday, we have the Digi Ninja Sales Academy. Wednesday, you and your wife, April, do the show, Winning Together. Thursday, with Caleb Wilson, who is amazing, by the way, with the Digi Ninja Dealer School. And all four of those shows are really important. We talk about money, we talk about success, we talk about your relationships, with your family and your wife and all that kind of stuff. But there's also fun that has to be included. Yes. If you work all the time, don't enjoy anything anytime, eventually you're going to do that burnout.
Yeah.
Burnout's going to happen.
If you're not just, I personally don't believe in burnout. It's because everything, that I'm relentless about, I'm so, it gives me energy. It gives me energy. Now, of course, this is a lot of work sometimes. And sometimes like, oh my gosh,
Well, like I tell you, I remember when I first started working for you, and I don't know how many days in a row I worked, and you were like, you good, man? You good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I run, I burn it hard for quite a while. And then eventually I don't want to say burn out. I do it before I burn out.
Need a break. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be like, okay, I want to go see my family, go to Chicago, see my mom, my sisters, my friends and stuff. I have friends from high school still, or actually from first grade and kindergarten that I still am in contact with. So I'm very blessed and lucky to have those long-term relationships. People that come into contact nowadays, it's weird. Like, how old's Chloe, your daughter?
14. It's
14. So it's weird how nowadays you ask a child and you'll say, how many like really good friends do you have? Most of them can't. They can't have more on, they can count them all on one hand. So it's pretty amazing. I mean, you grew up in a small town. I grew up in a small town. A lot of people think I'm from Chicago. I'm not from the city, of Chicago. I'm from a suburb way out from Chicago. So now, in a small town called Hinckley, you can look it up, Hinckley, Illinois. It's really tiny. It was like, I think it was 1,200 people when I lived there, a long time ago when I was growing up. I think they may have 3,000 now.
Wow.
Something like that. So it's a corn town. It's a farming community. But it was very nice to grow up in a small town because then you were able to kind of, get, you knew everybody in your class, you kind of, the lady that lived down the street knew your mom, that kind of thing. We were all brought up in in the same community. Like you didn't backtalk your parents. You didn't, you treated other neighbors and adults, with respect. And even though a lot of that Southern hospitality, I when I moved south, there for a while, I thought that Southern hospitality, I'm like, it's kind of a myth.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, now some of it's true and legit, and I'll say that, you know, there are absolutely some very polite Southerners, you know, with manners, things like that. So there are people out there, but it's not all the way around, you know, so being polite and being courteous and caring, you know, about others. By the way, it's not just a Southern thing. We have people up north that do that too now, you know, that have manners and are polite and care about people. But one of the things that I wanted to bring up today, Billy, about feeling good was, you know, our employees here in the office. I mean, it really is. It's like a family. I mean, the people have said it for a long time. You spend more time with people you work with.
I love to see that guy come. That's a friend of mine right there.
What can Brown do for you?
Hey,
Brown can bring us some more money.
Keeps bringing those checks in. That's the UPS man.
That's right. UPS delivering the money. We're always smiling when he comes in. But talking about how the employees.
That's Feel Good Friday there.
Yeah, buddy. There it is. When we're talking about the employees that work for us or work with us, is what I should say, is that statistic shows that you spend a lot of time with the people that you work with. You know, as far as being awake, you spend a lot of time that you work with more than people that you live at home with.
I'm thankful for it. It's only one. I was hoping there was a bunch in there. This is a re-sign. That's your dealer right there. So that means that you did a good job.
Thank you, sir.
That you delivered the goods. Thank you, Jeremy. And then they sent us another check.
That's what it's all about, you know, making them feel good, making us feel good. And that's, you know, just part of what Feel Good Friday is. By the way, coming up a little bit later on the show, got a very cool classic rock revisit. We do this every Friday during the show where I'll talk about a classic rock album, maybe one that you've heard, maybe it's one that you haven't heard. But if it's one that you've heard, I'm going to tell you to revisit it because it's a classic. And then the other, I got a really good beer recommendation of the week this week. I'm telling you, next week, can I bring one in during the show?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know it's the office and all that kind of stuff. We don't want to look like a bunch of drunks, you know, but I want you to try some of these beers that I'm bringing in. So we'll have to just, you know, maybe share one or something.
Have you ever been to lunch with April on Friday?
I have not, but apparently I need to. You know, call up April and see what she's doing.
What's that?
We got more checks. Oh, we got a.
This is really Feel Good Friday.
Okay. So, all right, there we go.
All right. That's Feel Good Friday.
All right. All right. Real checks. Now we're talking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's from one company.
There you go.
That is a VIP right there. Those people. Oh man. That's
Jim and the boys.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Jim and the gang. We appreciate your business as well. And by the way, you know, while we're talking about that, as you see all the checks rolling in, again, with a lot of happy customers, our dealers, I should say, a lot of happy dealers. The reason that they're happy and the reason they keep re-signing with us is because they get a lot of customers. The customers come in, they buy. What was the phrase you used the other day? I should remember.
We turn browsers into buyers.
That's it. We turn browsers into buyers. I really like that.
I'll tell you something else I said too. It's not about perfection. It's about getting better.
It's a good point. It really is.
Anyway.
No, that's a really good point. But we did want to at least mention, you know, thank you to all of our dealers that are currently working with us. If you're a dealership and you want to increase your sales, you can go to billymerritt.com. You can check us out on Facebook. We have a ton of ninjas, you know, that work for us and salespeople out there. We're about what, 50? Roughly 40 or 50
with salespeople included. We're probably pushing 60.
So yeah,
the good news is they're most of those are contractors, you know, so we can still stay under 50 total employees, which is helpful.
That's always helpful. Yes, that's always helpful. So now, do you have other card tricks, or is that just like
I got a bunch of
fidget, you know, kind of thing?
I have. I was
just wondering.
Yeah,
I was just wondering about that.
I want to make sure I don't miss this point that you pointed out. You know, these car dealers, they like us. They're happy because we're putting money in their pocket.
Right.
You know, you're happy because you paid off your house. That's good, man. You got money in your pocket. That means you have a surplus of money if you're able to pay your house off. Surplus of money is a wonderful thing. Makes me feel good. You know, you talked about the young people. I called Kevin Tinajero, one of our team leaders, the other day because the tractor driver on the farm he didn't get paid and he worked late. And I was like, well, you know, I'm already gone. But Kevin was going to Bronx,
in that direction, right?
Going that direction. I said, hey, Kevin, would you mind, you know, he said, what you need, boss? I said, I need you to get some cash out of the ATM and go pay this guy. And no problem, because he's got money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's my children included. They're investing in stocks at such a young age, using Cash App and a lot of things that we didn't do.
Right.
You know, and Felipe, a lot of these guys, and probably most of them, but I know for a fact they have money Jamie Lopez, that kid, he's been stacking some cash. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing that you have helped me impact these guys, and I appreciate it.
You know, when you mentioned Jamie and Kevin, you know, again, when they came to us, I mean, now they were, you know, they already had jobs. They you know, they weren't unemployed, and
no,
you know,
they
like, oh gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They had jobs. You know, they just knew that this was a better opportunity. And when they came to work for us, they had, you know, Kevin and Jamie both great work ethic when they came here. So we didn't teach them great work ethic. You know, they already had that. Their families instilled that in them. You know, so they've both been working hard for a really long time. Same with Felipe and a lot of our employees. So I don't want to exclude a bunch of people. I just know I've worked very closely with Kevin and with Jamie both as our team leaders, and they've really taken on every challenge. Not only well, but they've taken it on with a smile, you know, like, hey, bring it on, bring it on. Give me more. And they've really done well with every challenge that we've given them, and every dollar that they've received, they've absolutely earned. You know, there hasn't been any handouts, you know, anything like that. They've absolutely earned it. And in fact, to show you Kevin's work ethic, I asked Kevin if he would be on the show today. He's like, boss man, I get this work done. I mean, I got to do this. You guys, you know, you and Billy can go play, but he's like, I got to get this work done. So he's all about the work, and him and Jamie both so proud of both those guys.
They're committed. You know, commitment's the main thing. You got to be committed. These guys are committed. As a matter of fact, we were solving problems the other night and got a little intense. We driving everybody so hard that day to get all the problems solved. We got it solved. And later that night, Jamie sent me a message. He said, hey boss, I just want to let you know that, you know, I'm going to do whatever it takes. If you need me, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Just to giving me that reassurance. Hey buddy, I got you, whatever you need. So, and that's big, man.
It's huge. And look, there's always stress. You know, sometimes stress is a good thing. Like, you know, you talked about the challenges. It kind of drives you when you're working, when you're busy, it just drives you to do more things like that. So sometimes stress is a good thing, and sometimes stress is not necessarily such a good thing at all.
It can be. You know, you can control your stress. And if you're able to control your stress won't control you. And there's things that you can actually do, you know, policy and procedure, structure, the things that you like to have that'll handle a lot of the stress. And we're implementing more and more of that as we grow. I tell you something else. We always talk about like what we got right. I'm gonna tell you what we got right. We mentioned the people around us, of course, but here's another level of that. You and I value, or we understand that our biggest asset is our people. It's not just that they're good, that they're around us. Yeah.
Like that young man.
That's right.
Ty Leverett.
They're our biggest asset. So, you know, so many, you've worked for bosses. I've worked for bosses to where I don't want to say anybody else's name because they'll know exactly who I'm talking about. And I don't want to get anybody in trouble with one of their friends that used to maybe be their boss. But anyway, some employers feel that the most dispensable thing you have is an employee that you can just replace them. And you can replace them if you want to, but you know, we've got people waiting to join the team, sending videos, waiting for their opportunity, but we've invested in these people. And you know, that's why they know you have their back, and that's why they'll give us the effort and the commitment that they do, because they know that they are 100% appreciated. It's not, hey, we appreciate you.
By the way, I wanted to take a minute because, you know, we do appreciate all of our employees, and we've had opportunities, you know, to bring some people on the show. And by the way, we're working hard for our dealers. So I want to take 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. Okay. So if we can get all the ninjas, if you guys can stand up for me real quick. I know you guys are listening. You guys will stand up. Can we get all the ninjas to stand up? Stand up. You guys can see my finger over here. All the people on this side of the room and this aisle, walk up here, please. All the ninjas on this side of the room, walk up here, please.
Walk this way.
You want to try that riff? Walk this way. There he is. There he is, right there. Right there. All you guys, and then everybody else on this side of the room, I guess.
Look at them pretty legs. You can tell it's Friday.
So we can get everybody up here. Let's get everybody up here. We had some of the ninjas that were working for us the other day, but I want people to see. You know, I mean, some of our other behind the scenes people that they don't see on the podcast, you know, who do a really, really good job for us. So get everybody. Kevin, I know you're working hard, but you can take 30 seconds, get up in this shot here real quick.
Come on in, Jose.
So what I want to do is, all right, well, I'm going to wait. You have the better mic stand. So yours moves around a little bit. So, So if you will step up here, lean into the microphone and say your name, please. So we can get everybody. Come on up.
Name, please.
Come on up. First. Yep.
Kimmy.
What's your last name, Kimmy?
Deal.
Kimmy Deal. So Kimmy Deal. Thank you very much for your job, for the work that you do. Next up, come on up. Say your name. Say your first and last name.
Jose Santiago, but you can also call me by my gamer name, JXS.
Good job. Good job. These guys all work behind the scenes. Next up. Come on up.
Casey Adams.
Casey, she's been with us for a long time. By the way, Casey was our very first female texter that we hired, and she kind of set the standard. And now we've got all these women that work for us. Next up,
Peyton Haney.
Peyton Haney. By the way, wait, pull the sweater back a little bit. Look at that shirt right there. That's some good stuff right there. Did you Ninja? That's the gray t-shirt. Next up,
My name's Christian Torres.
Christian Torres. Christian, by the way, how old are you, Christian? 20. Now, when Christian came to us, you were recommended by whom? Ethan. So Ethan is another one of our young ninjas. And when you talk about how much we want to teach these people and we care about them, we got friends that are telling their friends, hey man, you got to come work here. You know, stuff's happening.
We're the cool place to work.
It is. It really is. It really is. Who's next? Come on up. Say your name.
I'm Damaris Hernandez, but I go by Didi.
Didi. Give her a round of applause. Come on, give Didi a round of applause. Didi. Who's next? Come on up.
It's Friday. It's casual Friday.
That's right.
Roberts.
Maddie Roberts, give her a round of applause. Maddie, by the way, I've told her I was skeptical. I really was. You know, I'm a skeptic.
You're a skeptic.
You know, I am. I'm a skeptic. So I was skeptical, and Maddie has surprised the heck out of me, and she's become a really good ninja. So I'm glad that I gave you the opportunity to prove me wrong. So I'll be glad to say that I was wrong. She's turned into a really, really good texting ninja. Who's next?
Jamie Lopez.
This is the man. You stand right here for just a second. This is the man we were talking about. This guy has such great work ethic, and I mean, he's just a phenomenal employee. You're the man, Lopez.
Thank you.
Give him a round of applause. He does a really good job.
I call him Lopes.
Who's next? What we got? Hurry up. I promise only 2 minutes.
Ty Leverett.
Ty Leverett. He was on the show the other day. Ty's done a really good job. He's actually starting to get into our sales department as well as being a text ninja. So again, Ty's done a really good job. Let's give him a round of applause. Anybody else back there? Where's Kevin? Yeah, there he is. This is the guy I was talking about. The other guy I was talking about. You are?
Oh, my name is Kevin Tenagero.
And what do they need to do if they want to get an event from us?
They have to contact me.
Got to contact the man, Kevin. Kevin Tenagero, again, fantastic work ethic. The guy, you know, he's a very intelligent young man. He trains like nobody. Seriously, he trains more than Billy and I. I mean, he just does a great job in training, and that's what's all about. Training is so important. So, thank you, man. Appreciate the job that you do.
Let's get to work.
All right, get to work, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourself a round of. Oh, wait, Jeremy, wait.
I'm Jeremy Newell.
Jeremy Newell. Let's give him a round of applause. Very, very nice. Jeremy is he became one of our managers here just a couple of months ago and made an impact here. So again, we're constantly trying to better ourselves, Billy. I think that was a good point when you said that that it's not just about perfection; it's about striving for it,
Yep.
and bettering yourself, doing all that at the same time. So it's a really cool thing. But again, our employees really do mean a lot, and Billy, I know you've told this story, and I don't want to bore people, or I should say, I don't want to bore you, but some of the people maybe not have heard this. So, if you will, just give us like the 1 minute version of how you got the whole thing started.
So, I was running a local used car lot, running a car dealership, and I had some young people working for me. Felipe, Tinajero, some of the guys that are in here, Jamie Lopez. And we were using Facebook and we were using radio with us. I don't know if you were at that station at the time. I think you may have been. But we were using Facebook and radio primarily. And I got I would just say niffed with the radio people, not you, but with the radio people.
By the way, I'm texting the customer here, so sorry.
That's okay. And I said, you know what? Cut the radio off. We're not doing any more radio. So we just stopped radio and we took all the budget and put it into Facebook.
I do remember that. Yes.
And it was just working, man. It was just working. And we would put ads on Facebook, and then my guys, they would text them. And, I started writing the book, The Art of Text Message Selling. I said, this is this will help people. There's not a manual for how to talk to people through text message. And I kept hiring young people. And that was my thing, is I would not hire what we call a seasoned car professional. I hired young people who would listen to me. And that's why, Felipe and Jamie are so powerful, is they only know one way, and that's the digital way. So anyway, I ended up getting fired from that dealership, and I said, you know what? This is great news. I didn't really say that to begin with. But I said, you know what? This will work in any market. So I took my idea that they said I shouldn't be doing anyway, right?
Mhm.
They said, they were very old school. They said I shouldn't be doing this. So we need to look at radio. We need to look at print. We need to do this. So in a lot of ways, it was good riddance, but I just didn't expect that it was going to cause me to get fired. But I took my idea and I took it to the marketplace. I started calling around dealers, and I found one dealer in Kansas City that would let me come prove myself if I could do it or not. And at that dealership, I put my video. I started running my ads, and people started coming in asking for buyback Billy. And one of the guys, this is cool. I don't know if you remember this, but one of the guys there came up to me and took my picture because I was just a salesman there. He said, I might need some good salespeople in the future. So he snapped my picture, and I snapped his picture and saved his name. That was Mark Compton. Mark Compton now owns owns a dealership. He runs an event with us every week. And then he started putting me on other dealers. And this was a mail sale that I showed up to and started doing my Facebook events. So it was the company doing the mail was owned by Scott Hopkins, who owns HRI.
Mm-hmm.
When
we have relationships with now.
When I showed you those 7, I said these are all from one company. I think it was 7. We have to go back and look. He turned in 7 events today because this is the most effective product in the car business. That's why I invested in all this equipment. That's why I invested in the showroom. That's why I invested in people. That's why I bought this building. That's why, if we have to build a server, we'll build a server because we're going to do whatever it takes to grow and scale this thing, because it is our duty, Paul, now that you understand that this is the most effective product in the car business. Now it's our duty to get it in 5,000 dealerships. We've been in 2,500. We need to be in 5,000. We're going to do whatever it takes to get it there.
Absolutely. Well, Sean, can you actually, by the way, Smith, his first name's Sean. It depends on how I feel. Sometimes I
refuse
call him Smith.
answer to it.
Sometimes I call him Sean. So Smith, if you will, pull up my Facebook page.
Got it.
And the reason I wanted you to tell the story, the last post, or not the one about this show, but the one that I put on yesterday. The reason I wanted you to tell your story was that people who, I get it. When it first came out, remember I told you I was a skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe it. But now that we have years, and by the way, we're still a very young company, very small company. We haven't been in business for 30, 40 years, but there's a lot of car dealerships who have been in business for 30, 40 years, and they keep trying to do it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
They try, we've always done it like this. We've always done it like this, that kind of stuff. So it's a post I put on yesterday. Smith, if you can find it, if you can pull it up, right. Should be right below that, right below that. I forgot all these shows, right below that. There it is. Okay. Finally. Sorry. It wasn't just the most recent, but basically what I'm saying is that, in your training videos, you said the bottom line is Texas vital to your survival. And so what I did was I just kind of reminded, hey, car dealerships that when they know that texting and all the direct messaging, all kind of stuff, that it actually works, they're always the most successful. So we have to stop that mindset of we've always done it this way. It's one of the worst. That is absolutely one of the worst phrases you can say in the workplace.
Yep. I did a go-to meeting yesterday with Jim Sapala up in Pennsylvania. He's got 2 dealerships. He's got his son is general manager or sales manager of one of the dealerships. Jim's in the 60s, but he has his pulse on what's working in the marketplace. So he started running Facebook events with us a long time ago. And he was very upfront right from the beginning. He said, Billy, I'm going to turn my whole dealership into doing this, and everybody needs to be on here. I bought the books. I'm going to train my people, but we're going to do it. We're going to do our own. I said, no problem. So we trained them on how to do it. And a lot of people, I think you may even question, why are you doing that, Billy? Because look, they're going to do it either way. They're going to do it anyway. We may as well do it the Billy Merritt and the Digi Ninja way. So we trained them. We showed them how to do it. And now a few months passed, and he called me back and said, Billy, we're doing okay, but we're really just not doing quite as effectively as you guys. Right. Will you come in and show us how you do it? I said, sure. He said, he's asking me to teach them how to do it. I said, sure. He's even going to fly down here. I said, but here's the deal. If you'll do 6 events with us over the next 2 months, then I'll give you the golden goose. Mm-hmm. And the reason I'm willing to do that is because number one, it's going to be easier for them just to keep sending checks to us and for us to do it. And we're set up for it. We have one job, and that's to answer Facebook leads and set appointments, where at a dealership, you have to get the cars ready. You have to worry about advertising. You have to, you have a whole list of things that you have to do, and including demoing the car, getting the car clean, get it serviced, and all these things that you have to worry about. And all we have to worry about is setting the appointment. So it's much easier just to allow us to handle that.
It really is. Customer service is the key here for us. And plus the amount of time that we put in. A car dealership is not going to be watching their Facebook page from 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. They're just not. By them hiring us, we handle it. It works out for both parties.
We're going to have to, I was up, I get up early. I think we're going to have to extend our hours. We're going to have to probably hire specific staff for this. So maybe some of those new people that are wanting to come on board, may see if they're willing to work from 5 a.m. to.
I think that Peyton Haney, I think she was willing to work until 4 o'clock in the morning.
She'll
come in at 7 a.m. and work until 4 a.m. She'll get a good 3-hour break in the middle.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think she's ready for that.
Just giving her a hard time.
Yep.
But no, you're right. Because that's the thing about digital is that, people, the world is changing. That's why Amazon and all those companies when people shop online, you can shop all the time. You don't have to wait till the store is open. So, there's a lot of people at 2 o'clock in the morning that are surfing Facebook, surfing the net, all that kind of stuff, looking for things they want to purchase, whether it's boredom or they've been waiting and maybe they work a weird shift themselves. So there's a lot of people that are online at different times. Hey, by the way, I know you have headphones on, Smith, but we had you playing guitar a few weeks ago, by the way. Go back and check that out. He's a really good guitar player. We are so blessed to have him as our producer, but take those headphones off for a minute and walk around here real quick, just in case they didn't see you, because we pointed out all the other texters and managers and team leaders and stuff that work for us. But Smith behind the scenes, so he's going to come around and get behind us for just a minute. Hey, if we can get the ninjas, give him a round of applause for doing all this production stuff. He's done such a really good job. Thank you very much to Smith. Who do you want me to say your real name, or you want me to still call? I don't care. So Sean Smith is his real name, but he goes by Smith. That's like his alter ego or something like that. But again, thank you so much, Smith, for all the work that you do. Kind of went into this. You've done a lot of audio stuff. You write your own music and things like that. So audio stuff was easy, for you, but you had done a little bit of video. So you were, you're learning. Yeah. And so you've really stepped up and done a great job. So again, we want to thank you for the work that you do. So, but that's what Feel Good Friday is all about, is making sure that you're feeling good. Everybody else is around you is feeling good. And hey, if you know somebody, by the way, because listen, I posted yesterday, Billy, to our staff that, hey, look, some people are going through hard times. Somebody every single day has some kind of struggle going on. They're just trying to keep it together. Like they're not at their best. They're just trying to keep it together. So make sure that you kind of take that in mind, be compassionate about other people's situations, things like that. So we do try to be, as much of a family, here as possible. So we've had some people who've they've suffered loss, in their families. We've had people who've had their own sicknesses and illnesses, things like that, surgeries, all that kind of stuff that gets in the way, if you will, that you have to just part of life. But so we try to keep on the positive side, support each other so that everybody can feel good.
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to support these people and give them, everything's a trade-off, and you got to, you have to add value to somebody if you expect to get something from return, or at least you should, because if not, you're a taker. And don't be a taker.
Don't be a taker. Be a giver. And in fact, I want Sarah Stalker, who's one of our employees. I want her to give me. Okay, there's my beer recommendation of the week. I want her to give me one of these beers. It's actually a brewery. We're going to go into that section, into that segment, Smith. So if you'll pull that up. But my beer recommendation of the week, it's a brewery. It's a brewery out of Longmont, Colorado. It's called Oscar Blues Brewing Company. And the beer is called Old Chub. Now we put the two, the two logos on the front. Does that mean like you and I are both two old chubs? I mean, what's the deal with that? I just noticed. I'm like peeking out behind the beers.
I thought it might be funny.
No, that's pretty funny. So hide behind the, where's Waldo? Where's Billy? Where's Billy? We're gonna try that game. But Old Chub. Now the reason I want put him back up there for a second. The green label that you can see, the green label. That's the one that I'm familiar with. That's the one that I bought. But they just did a different label. Billy's trying to get get around. But they just did a new label. So I'm curious. Okay. So, if you will comment, I know maybe you haven't had the beer, but I'm just curious. Do you like the green label or do you like I guess it's the plaid label that's over here, right there. Got to figure all that out with the camera. But so I just want people to comment. Do you like the black and green label or do you like the red and blue and green label? That's like the plaid. So anyway, but Sarah Stalker, that is brewed near you. It's in Colorado. So, it may not be in your town, but I think we need to make a visit. I think we should go to Colorado. And again, we keep listing all these breweries that you say we're going to visit. So, but let's make that one. By the way, Old Chub, it's a Scottish ale. That's my absolute favorite type of beer is a Scotch ale. To me, it's just my favorite. But that's 8% alcohol by volume, so be careful with it. And Sean, if you will, Smith, sorry, I keep calling him Sean, but hey, there's worse things I could call you. I could call you a lot of things, but I won't. But pull up the brewery website again.
We're right.
Wait, scroll up or scroll down, I guess. Right there, right there. Now, Billy, I want you to look at that. Look at this yellow. It's French's mustard beer. Now, dude, I'm a pretty daring, I'll try a lot of different things when it comes to food and drink, but dude, that just sounds disgusting.
It is a limited release for a
I can
reason.
imagine. Yeah, I can imagine it's a limited release. However, the one on the other side of it is the Death by Coconut. And I haven't had that one, but I have had a coconut stout before. That's actually really good. So I'd be curious to see if the Death by Coconut in that series that came out in October. By the way, Oscar Blues, again, that's oscarblues.com, OSKAR, Oscar Blues. So Sarah Stalker, go check some of that out if they make it near you. See if you can get it on tap. Old Chub Scotch Ale. It's really, really good stuff. And then also one of the other features that we talk about every Friday during Feel Good Friday is the Classic Rock Revisit. Now, Billy, I know, we talk about, you work out a lot and you have certain types of music that, that you play when you're working out, but I'm kind of curious because you've mentioned some of the bands that you play when you're working out, but never really asked this question. All right. So when I know you're usually all pumped up and, and you're ready to go and, I call you relentless, for reasons like that, but obviously, you're going to relax at certain times. You're going to kind of just chill out. So curious, what's one of your go-to kind of like chill out bands? Like when you just want to, or music, is there a type of music? Is there a band or an artist that you play?
Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker. So that's kind of like your chill out music.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, that's actually pretty good. I would say that, I like Uncle Cracker, a really good mellow kind of stuff. He mixes a little bit of, he was almost kind of rap and then he had country and rock. And so he's one of those artists that doesn't really, it's kind of hard to classify.
Jimmy Buffett.
Oh yeah. Well, Jimmy Buffett. Everybody knows them and you're right. That's just, like some people call it party music, cause I guess, if you're in a partying mood, obviously Jimmy Buffett works, but it's also just kind of a mellow, that's kind of your beach vibe.
Yeah.
Cause what's the other guy? Kenny Chesney.
Mm-hmm.
You like him too.
Yep.
Playing on the beach and things like that. So you go home at night and you just want to chill, relax. So Uncle Cracker's your go-to?
Yeah, no,
or
really.
one of your go-to?
No, I just thought about it.
Okay.
He's kind of got that chill vibe, but
Yeah.
no, Kenny Chesney,
Okay.
no shoes radio.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I have a lot of different styles of music, that I really like. Rock is my favorite, as I've mentioned multiple times, but it's kind of funny that with this week, the Classic Rock Revisit, the artist, when you think of Ozzy Osbourne, all right. So that's the artist that the album is about this week or from. But when you think of Ozzy, what's typically, you think of like hard rock, you think of Crazy Train, stuff like that, where it's just like, really fast, kind of a, real aggressive guitar and all this kind of stuff. But the album this week, the Classic Rock Revisit is Ozzy's No More Tears album from 1991. And there was a couple songs that were actually very soft for Ozzy. Mama, I'm Coming Home was a huge single. By the way, the album was released in 91, but Mama, I'm Coming Home was in 92 as a single. But that was a huge song. But it was really kind of a ballad. For, especially for Ozzy. There was another song on there called Time After Time. Again, very soft, kind of a slower type of tune on there, but a really good album. It was probably, it was his most successful commercial success.
Right.
So a lot of people saw it, or heard it, all that kind of stuff. Even people that were not necessarily Ozzy Osbourne fans found themselves liking a bunch of tracks on there. But there's other tunes on there on Road to Nowhere. I Don't Want to Change the World, and my deep cut pick. If you have not heard the album, make sure it's the very first song on there. It's called Mr. Tinker Train. And that's a really cool tune. It's got that drive like Crazy Train on there does, but it's a really good album. So Classic Rock Revisit, go check it out. Ozzy's No More Tears.
No more.
See, I mean, he knows the album. But by the way, when I was picking this the other day, I thought about when I was still working at the radio station and I had put posters up in the studio. I don't know if you remember that photo, but you gave me your phone. You're like, oh wait, no, let take a picture of me. And Ozzy was in the background. I had the big poster of Ozzy in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, he's one of the legendary rockers. And so again, we certainly want, was this released before or after the bat incident? Ray Mucci, but that was long after the bat.
He did that in
incident.
the 70s, didn't he?
The bat incident, if I remember, I think it was 1980, maybe 81. Something like that. So it was probably, at least 10 years, I would say. By the way, Ray, again, another one of our
Approved
resellers.
vendors.
Yes, one of our approved
We
vendors.
have very few approved vendors, by the way.
Yes,
If you're not, if someone says that they're an approved vendor, they're probably not. If their name's not Ray Mucci or Scott Hopkins, then they're probably not.
Hey, Sean, let's check out some of the other comments, if you will, please put those up where you can actually see them. By the way, thanks to everybody, by the way, who watches the show. We just, again, this is part of the Billy Merritt Presents at 11 a.m. every weekday morning, different shows, that we do. And on Friday, we just kind of wrap up the week, if you will. Still working hard, by the way, for our dealers. But we kind of wrap up the week, having some fun and, having some lighter stuff. So what you got there, Smith?
Ray Mucci also said mustard beer. Paul has lost it.
I told you I would try it, but it sounds kind of gross. So that was not my beer recommendation of the week. So Ray, you need to go check out Old Chub. That's the one. You can get that anywhere. So
Go back up in the comments there. We missed some important stuff going up.
Smith is sleeping at the wheel again.
And
and see, and here I had people applaud for him and everything, and recognizing what a great job.
Just pop on Dusty Roads and we'll go down from there.
No house payments is great.
Sweet.
That's one of my best friends from high school, by the way.
Okay, keep going down.
Carson Henry said, congrats, Paul. Well done.
Thank
Next.
you, sir.
Got a lot of congratulations. From Cindy TJ Hutto, congratulations.
By the way, the people that maybe they tuned in late, I finally paid my house off, so that's why people are congratulating. So thank
That's
you very
amazing.
much to have no house payment is flipping awesome.
Keep going.
Jeremy Newell says, congrats. Barry Crocker. gives a big
Another high
thumbs
school
up.
friend, Barry. He's over in Arizona.
Yeah,
Still stay in touch. See, one of the kindergarten friends. I've known Barry since we were 5.
Or stop on the next one.
Sabrina Cochran Harper says, I worked for Paul.
So, that's cool when someone who worked for you is watching the show, and obviously it's a good work relationship.
Mhm.
She's letting people know that she worked for you. So did you think you were always, obviously you were a good employer, or maybe whatever, manager, right? How many people do you think you've managed before?
Man, I don't know. I mean, it's really kind of hard to tell. But since Sabrina actually brought it up, I want to share a story with about Sabrina.
See, I knew we needed to stop on this.
No, I'm serious. This is a really good one. Some people are going to think I'm such a bad guy, but it was in the month of December. I don't remember what year it was, but I was here in Georgia working at the radio station. And, sometimes you got to do the right things for people. They make mistakes. You got to call them out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to reprimand them.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to let people go.
Yep.
So, and by the way, we're on really good terms, and I love Sabrina. When she was on the radio, we called her Sunny. So her name on the radio was Sunny. Well, she had a severe problem of being late.
Uh-huh.
And this was back when radio was all live.
Right.
It wasn't automated and recorded. So anyway, she was, I told her, I'm like, if you're late one more time, I'm going to have to let you go. And it was 2 days later, and she was late. And we're not talking like a minute, not like that. She was supposed to be on the radio at 10 o'clock. It's 10:40. Okay. Still no word. And I'm like, she's done. She's done. So, but anyway, so she comes in, and like I said, it was in December. So it's very close to the holiday, to Christmas. And so it was in December, and I cut her loose. And I mean, she was just like, I mean, Christmas is in 2 weeks or whatever it was, you know, she's like, you're going to fire me. And I'm like,
Ruthless.
I have to. So I mean, I did, I cut her loose, and everybody at the radio station hated me for that. Oh, they did. They're like, you're such a bad guy. You can't fire somebody in December, you know? And I said, no, she didn't do this in December. She did this along and along and along. So anyway, so, you know, so I did, I let her go. I told her I hated the fact that I had to let her go in December around the holidays. But the beauty of it was that she actually learned from it. We talked and we hired her back later, not like, you know, 2 days later, but we hired her back and she thanked me.
Really?
Yeah. Cause she said, I knew that your integrity, you know, was high because you took this serious. So she's like, you know, you don't make any exceptions. So, and now, like I said, you know, now, I can't remember where she's at now. She moved. I think she's in Florida, if I remember correctly, but yeah. So now we're Facebook friends, and I mean, like, you know, I mean, she's just really cool, and she's been very successful. She got out of radio as well, you know, like I did. But so it's just a cool story when you can actually make an impact like that, even when you have to make the tough decisions. So that's actually a really good thing for some of our younger people to understand.
I got a good one. I got a good story.
Yeah, go.
So I was running a dealership. Now, by the way, I have trained a ton of salespeople that have went on to be super managers.
You really have,
you know,
you've had a good run.
And I mean, I've got some guys running dealerships that I've trained, you know, and one of them, my friend Merritt Tucker, he's a Facebook friend. He doesn't get on here and comment too much, but he sends me messages every now and then. Barrett, I was the sales manager. My friend Chris Campbell was the general sales manager, and Barrett came in. He had left the dealership and came back. He had never worked for me before. Well, he came to work, and he was reporting directly to Chris, right? But I had all these other people that I'd recruited and hired, and I was, you know, they were on the same page, but he wouldn't do it. So same thing, late. I said, man, I'm gonna have to right. I wrote him up. He come in so mad. I wrote him up and sent him home. I saved the file somewhere, but believe it or not, after a few months, because we were very good friends now, and then I got him, basically set him up to get a general manager's position. And, you know, but he came to me just like you said, Sabrina. He said, actually, he wrote on the write up. He wrote on the write up. He said, the day Billy changed my life. When I gave him that,
see,
it's tough. You gotta do those things that nobody wants to hear. And Barrett tells the story too, so I'm not blasting him. You know right. He tells the story. He happily tells the story that changed his life, and he became a better person.
And that's what it's all about. Like you said, you got to make those hard decisions. It's easy to be everybody's buddy. Yeah. You know, that's the easy part. You know, what we did to having everybody come up and you know, we applauded them and about the great job that they do and all that kind of stuff. But yes, I mean, sometimes people make mistakes, and, you know, they need to learn that lesson so that they can actually improve themselves. And that's how you get to be better in life. So Smith, pull up some of those other comments for me, please.
Felipe was asking where Kevin was. Hiding
we
in
had
the
him.
corner.
We had him on the show. We had briefly, we had everybody kind of step up. So Felipe, one of our employees, he actually has today off. Although I say he has today off, he's out there working his sales accounts.
Is he?
Yeah. So good. I mean, you know, so he's picking up checks and making sure his ads and everything are all right. So he's working for his dealers too. What do we got next?
He also said you skipped Monica.
Oh, did Monica not come up here? Did she hide back there? Somebody go grab Monica. Make Monica come up here. Yeah, she can come up here. Where's she at? Monica, where you at? Come on up here. Go to the next one.
Candace Smith says, hey, everybody. Nice job, ninjas. Looking good. And I want a t-shirt too.
They are available. Do we have, Jeremy, do we have the store up yet? Do we have the store up yet? Now he's looking to Smith. Now we're pointing around. So I guess that's all on me. So that's my fault. See what happens when I delegate? Giving him a hard time. All right, who's next? Candace, we'll have shirts and everything available very, very, very soon. So who's next?
Carson Henry says, sounds like they're collecting more than a paycheck.
There you go.
They are. They really
Excellent, excellent word there.
Mary Sullivan Moore says, I think it's great that you give praise to your Digi Ninjas.
That's my mom, and boy, my mom taught me right. My mom and my dad. So thank you for making me the person that I am today, Mom.
No, I need to talk to her about a couple things.
So yeah, well, you probably could. I'm sure she's heard it all. Christy Johnson Pickard, another one of my high school friends. See, I told you, man. I got these long-term relationships with all my, and not I should say high school, kindergarten. I went to kindergarten with Christy. And we still every time I go home, I see her in Chicago.
I went to school with Sabrina.
Yeah, did you? I did not know that. All right, now Ray's got what Christy. I love mustard. Well, I love mustard too, but I'm not so sure about that mustard beer. I don't know if
sausage dog.
I don't know if I can find. Yeah, that's a good. By the way, now that's a Southern thing that I can agree with. The sausage dog. Even though we have brats and we come bratwurst, we have brats up north, which I love, but the sausage dog down south, that's a good thing. That's definitely one of the Southern things that I absolutely like.
I have a Chicago story.
Well, let her rip.
So I was out in Oklahoma working a mail sale back in the early 2000s. And, we
get Monica, by the way. Get Monica.
We sent, she came up here and turned around and walked off. She was on here. Yeah.
Oh, did she just walk up? Okay.
Yeah. So, we send closers out to work our events. Well, I was a closer at this event and I'm from the South and this Chicago guy was a closer as well.
We'll make her stand there for a while. No, you can stand right in the middle. No, you got to stand here for the whole story that Billy's going to tell. You're going to stand behind us.
Don't do her like that.
All right, just spin her around. Monica Hernandez. Give Monica a round of applause, by the way. We had a lot of work. I'm sorry for interrupting Billy, but I do want to give her props.
Yeah.
When we were with COVID, we had a lot of people that were having to work from home. We were just the adjust and adapt. Monica was by far my best ninja working at home. She is very disciplined. She does a great job.
Those people you have to stand over their shoulder. I don't mean that in a bad way, but just keep them, just keep them nudged in the right direction. And Monica, she just give me a computer and let me sit at my kitchen table and I'll show you how to do this.
Every day just works like clockwork. And we love that about her. So go ahead. Sorry.
So we get there and to this dealership and it's actually the senator. There was a senator in Oklahoma who owned the dealership. I can't remember his name, but it was the cows in the backyard, oil fields. It's very cool. With the Chicago guy, I kind of fit in, being from Georgia. I had cowboy boots, but this Chicago guy, who's a big, tall guy, and he was a closer as well. And I'm like, let's see what kind of skills he has. So everybody has their thing. When I sit down with someone that I've never met before, hey, I'm Billy. They call me Buyback Billy. I'm from Georgia. I'm just here to jump through hoops for you. I'm a great information gopher. That's how I get started. This guy sat down. He said, "Hi, I'm Tom. I'm an ex-Chicago cop. I don't know why or why not." I'm like, "What does that mean?"
That's pretty good, by the way. That's pretty good accent. I don't know why or why not.
I don't know why or why not. I don't either, buddy, and I don't know why they got you.
And so
let me give you that.
So, what were his closing skills like?
They were about as good as his introduction.
Oh boy, yeah, so pretty bad.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
And actually, that when you said that, it actually brings up the thing. There's a lot of people who think they can do certain jobs, the wannabes, I guess, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of people out there that are doing Facebook events. I mean, you started it, you were the original Facebook campaign. And so people, they've tried to copy you and emulate you and all that kind of stuff. The imitators, but you are the originator. So again, people can try to do, the best that they can. And not to say that there aren't companies out there.
They can do it. They can do a decent job. But here's the thing. Here's why we are the best is I'm not going to, I made a comment in one of the groups. I would rather die than let somebody do this better than me.
Sure.
I'm serious. I'm not going to let an imitator come in and do it better than me. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to buy a building and I'm willing to invest. We've about $200,000 is what you're looking at right here in just getting the facility to
the way we want it.
And nobody else going. There's one.
There she is. Come over here, Magdalena.
Hey, did you know that you did a she did a video for us yesterday, a commercial for one of the dealers. Actually, you guys were having them do a video follow-up, I think.
Correct.
Did you see your comments? Got a lot of fans out there. Yeah. People saying that's the real power at one of the dealerships. I think it was the Auto
Finance.
Yeah, I think it might have been one of the guys who worked there. So they recognize the job that you guys are doing.
So give. By the way, we call her Maggie. Give Maggie a round of applause too. By the way, she does a really good job. So, all right, now I know you're embarrassed and I'm do this and all this kind of stuff, but you do a great job. So thank you very much, Magdalena. By the way, her name, by the way, is Magdalena Valencia. It just I told her when she started working for us. I'm like, it sounds like a celebrity.
Absolutely.
You know, Magdalena Valencia. It just does. Sounds like, but we call her Maggie.
She embraces the role of a celebrity.
She does. She's rocking them white boots. Did you see them?
Mm-hmm.
She's very proud of those white boots, by the way. But no, she does a really good job for us, as well as so many other people. Well, by the way, Sarah, go check out that brewery, Oscar Blues Brewery. Go check that out. It's got to be somewhere near you. I mean, I know Colorado's a big state and all, but I mean, she can make the trip. What car does she drive now? What car does Sarah drive now?
I don't know. She
Was it an Audi?
She killed one of them.
Is that the one that she killed?
She killed. I think she might have killed the Audi. I don't know what she replaced it with.
Okay, well, it's a good reason to make a road trip. So go check out Oscar Blues Brewery and go check out the Old Chub Scottish Ale. A couple other comments before we wrap things up. Smith.
Just 2 more from Mary Sullivan
That's
Moore.
my mom. She's just spreading the love.
She said it sounds musical.
Sounds music. Yeah, it does. Magdalena Valencia. It just does.
I got one more trick for you.
All right.
Okay. Here's
We'll wrap up the show with a trick.
I'm going to keep laying these cards down like this, and
Okay.
your only job is to tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Oh no, I got to start over. Sorry.
That was the trick.
Are you ready?
Are we looking for aces or kings this time?
Nope. I'm gonna keep doing this
until I say stop.
until you stay stopped.
Stop.
Okay. Now I want you to take. Let me see if I can get this right. Hold on.
Okay.
I may need to let me take this and put it there. You take that card and put it here.
This card. And put it there.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't let me see any of these.
By the way, I didn't see the card when it
That's
said
fine.
stop.
That's fine.
Okay.
You didn't. Or take that card and put it here. All right. Take that card and look at it. Show it to the people on the camera.
Okay.
Put it back in there somewhere.
All right.
Okay. Now, just for time's sake, I'm gonna shuffle them.
All right.
Okay. You can shuffle them if you want to.
And then we're gonna see 4 kings or 4 aces.
Do you remember the card that you showed the
Yeah, I did.
people?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But do you?
I don't remember it. I'm gonna see if I can draw it out of you though.
Trying to see if I could get him to see if he peeked at the screen or something like that.
All right. So I'm gonna try to do this pretty quickly.
This is Buyback Billy Magic live.
Okay. Let's try to do it pretty quickly. Point to 2 decks. Those 2. All right. All right. So let me just see if I can do this.
Ta-da!
Is that it?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
That was very good.
Thanks.
That's very good. Not really sure how he does that. I love magic though. I really do. I think it's cool. So, all right, now, if you want to do a real trick, I want you to do like the ones on TV. I want you to make it where put it, take one of those cards and put it on the other side of the window.
Like David
Yeah.
Blaine.
Yeah.
Put it in my pocket from over there.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. No, I
Check
love
your
that stuff.
pocket right now.
Oh God. Wouldn't he just freak out? That would be hilarious. There it is. All right. Any last comments before we wrap the show up, John? Smith. Man, I got to put a sign or something. I got to put a name tag on him. Can you two?
Yes.
Can 2 of you?
That's
No.
a YouTube comment. That's wonderful.
Yes,
No, but hey, we appreciate the thought.
Yeah, we appreciate
So,
you commenting.
Hey, thank you guys, all you guys, my high school friends, my mom and my family, and all you guys that make this happen. All of our ninjas, as well, that's what we call them, our text ninjas. You can see the
I just want to
see a little,
dance with you.
Digi Ninja.
Twirl you
Digi
all
Ninja's on the
around
way.
the
I mean,
room.
we actually, when I say on the way, we're using it right now, but it's growing. So I'll say it's on the way to your dealership as well. So if you want to find out more,
Shout
about
out to Chancey Heating and Cooling for coming in. And
yeah,
getting us
getting
cool.
the AC ready to roll. Chancey's Heating and Cooling. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for watching. Every Friday, 11 a.m. right here, Billy Merritt presents Feel Good Friday. You out, my friend?
Gone.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Cheers.